Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we are going to be counting down what I believe to be the top 10 best kill streaks in Call of Duty history. There have been a lot of different kill streaks throughout the years, in fact well over 120 if you take into account some of the overlap that we have in between games, and that's not even counting weird outliers like specialist or hidden kill streaks. This definitely made it pretty difficult to narrow it down to just 10 kill streaks, but I've managed to do that and I'm excited to get this video underway. But before we go any further, I would like to give the same caveats that I give in all my top 10 videos. Number one, this is personal opinion, so feel free to agree and disagree. Number two, we are not going to be taking anything into account from Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, or Call of Duty 3 because there were no kill streaks in any of those games. And rule number three, we are not going to be taking anything into account from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare because it is the current Call of Duty game and has not yet had to withstand the test of time like every other Call of Duty game in history. So those are the rules, and without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the top 10 best kill streaks in Call of Duty history. The UAV from, well, pretty much every Call of Duty game ever. The UAV has been featured in just about every Call of Duty game since Call of Duty 4, under a lot of different names. You have the UAV Recon, the Spy Plane, the Recon Plane. They've had a bunch of names, but they all do the exact same thing. They show you where the opposing team is on your minimap, and I think you could definitely make an argument for the UAV being the most powerful and the best kill streak in Call of Duty's history, but for me personally, it came in here at number 10 for a couple of reasons. Number one is it's a very easy kill streak to earn. It's not very difficult. Right? Everybody has earned a UAV, and pretty much everybody can earn at least one UAV in every single match they play. And number two is because I feel also the UAV is a kill streak that you use to get other kill streaks, right? It's a stepping stone. It's a building block for some of your other kill streaks. Not to take anything away from support streaks. I think there's going to be some surprises here on this list, but just for me personally, I feel as though you can't really rank the UAV super high on a list like this, but I definitely wanted to put it on the top 10 because it's iconic and it is the backbone of the Call of Duty multiplayer. Call of Duty is not Call of Duty without the UAV, and that's why it came in here at number 10. The Napalm Strike from the original Black Ops. This kill streak was incredibly fun. I was definitely disappointed to see it never return after the original Black Ops. In fact, we never saw this kill streak before or after that game, and I guess it's partly due to the fact that it fits so well within the theme of Black Ops, of course, with heavy influences of Vietnam, but I was definitely disappointed to see it never return because of how cool it actually is. There are a lot of strike kill streaks in Call of Duty's history, right? You earn your kill streak, you place it in this particular area, it kills things in that area. Well, the Napalm Strike was a little bit different. Instead of just being one small area, it was actually a rather long area in a rather narrow straight line. And I mentioned that straight line is fire, so it's going to burn you to death as it comes in, and then that fire lingers there for a little while longer. If you walk into that fire, it's also going to kill you once again. So it's a really cool and interesting kill streak. I think it's definitely one of the ones that people forget a lot about, but back in the original Black Ops, this thing was freaking awesome, and that's why it came in here at number 9. The Artillery Strike from Call of Duty World at War. Few kill streaks can make as big of an impact on the map and the people occupying it as the World at War Artillery Strike can. This thing is incredible. So I mentioned with the Napalm Strike, there are a lot of different kill streaks in COD's history where you earn your kill streak, you place it in an area, and it kills things within that area. The artillery kind of falls into that category. But look at this thing, man. It is so loud. It rumbles the entire map. Even if you are ages away from actually being near the actual artillery strike, it's still going to shake the map. It's still going to be loud, and it's still going to impact your ability to actually play. It is such a game-changing kill streak. It actually makes everybody take note of the kill streak that you actually earned. And one of my favorite stories in Call of Duty history was way back in 2008 when I was first getting into Call of Duty-ish. I'd played COD 4 beforehand, but I was really getting into it, of course, with World at War. We went out and got Turtle Beach headsets, right? Turtle Beach X1s, the originals, and my first game wearing Turtle Beach headsets, somebody got an artillery strike and dropped it on me. It was a friendly one, so it didn't kill me, and I can remember just how loud and jarring it was having this kill streak land on top of you. It's one of the coolest kill streaks in Call of Duty history. It's incredibly iconic in my opinion, and that's why it comes in here at number 8. The Ballistic Vest from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This little vest was so game-changingly powerful and so easy to get that it had to be featured on the top 10 best kill streaks of Call of Duty history. So the Ballistic Vest first came into the Call of Duty series in Modern Warfare 3, and of course it was also featured in Call of Duty Ghosts, but I decided to feature the Modern Warfare 3 version because it was the first one, as well as it had a bigger impact. At least it felt that way in Modern Warfare 3. How many Moab videos have you seen where somebody had at least one person on their team just just feeding them Ballistic Vests. What it did is it gave you between 50 and 150 extra health, basically, depending on the game mode you were playing in and the actual game itself. It actually changed a little bit from Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Ghosts. It was a 5-point support streak in Modern Warfare 3, which was incredibly easy to get. If you guys don't remember how support streaks actually worked, basically, you always got them even if you died, right? So every time you capped a flag, every time you got a kill, every time you did anything for the point streaks in that game, you would get a point, and that would start counting towards your streaks. What a lot of people did is they would run UAV and Ballistic Vests, so basically, every time they got 5 points, which again, could be getting kills, could be getting assists if they were using hardline, could be capturing objectives, doing whatever, they would have these Ballistic Vests, which again, would effectively give you 50 to 100% extra health. They were incredibly powerful. Honestly, I'm happy they did not really see widespread use in the Call of Duty series besides Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Ghosts, because they were so popular and so powerful in those games that it was actually pretty annoying to go up against these things, right? So I'm pretty happy they were only featured in those 2 games. They were incredibly powerful for the time, and that's why they came in here at number 7. The Harrier Strike from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This is one of the most powerful kill streaks in Call of Duty history, especially for the cost. For 7 kills, only a 7 kill streak, which is not hard to put together in a game like Modern Warfare 2, especially if you're using something like a Predator missile, you get what is effectively an airstrike as well as an attack helicopter, all put together in 1 kill streak. So as soon as you call it in, it will do damage to the effective area where you actually place it, and then once it's actually there, it's going to hover there for a while and just start massacring people. The Harrier was incredibly powerful and was a staple in Modern Warfare 2 if you wanted to acquire some of the bigger, more powerful kill streaks in the game. Overall, one of the most powerful ones in Call of Duty history, especially for the cost, and that's why it came in here at number 6. The Swarm from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. There are a lot of fire and forget kill streaks in the Call of Duty series, right? Basically, you earn your kill streak, you call it in, and that's the end of it. It just starts basically passively getting you kills. You don't have to micromanage it, you don't have to place it anywhere or do anything like that. You just call it in, it gets you kills. A good example of this would be the attack helicopter. You call it in, it flies around, gets you kills, you don't have to think about it. Well, the Swarm is basically the ultimate version of that, right? You call this thing in, and you have all of these little swarm bots flying through the air, which is incredibly iconic. Who remembers this? This is actually the reveal trailer for the multiplayer of Black Ops 2. And at the end of it, we're seeing these things flying through the air, thinking to ourselves, well, what the heck are those things? This is the Swarm, of course, right? Bunch of robots flying through the air will just basically kamikaze enemies and get you tons and tons of kills. They are incredibly powerful, so good. And if you played Black Ops 2, you know how powerful these things are. You probably earned a bunch yourselves, and you've probably seen a bunch of videos of people getting hundreds and hundreds of kills with their Swarms. Well, maybe not in one particular match, but of course, over time, getting hundreds of kills. In fact, Swarms will oftentimes actually contribute to a lot of videos where people would get 100 or 200 kills in a single game because they were so powerful, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, they came in here at number 5. The Tactical Nuke from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This one is definitely going to be a controversial pick, and I feel as though I'm going to get a lot of feedback on this down there in the comments, but I decided to feature the Modern Warfare 2 Tactical Nuke above the Moab, above the Chem Strike, and above the DNA Bomb. The reason why is I feel as though of all these big kill streaks, I had to feature one over the rest of them. I did not think it would be fair to have a top 10 best kill streaks and have 4 of them be the big kill streaks that you get for earning a 25 kill streak or a 25 point streak or a 30 point streak or whatever, right? I didn't think it wouldn't work out to be too convoluted. I decided to feature the Tactical Nuke over the rest of them because it does not get much more powerful than a Tactical Nuke, right? This is a kill streak, which was a 25 kill streak back in Modern Warfare 2, which you could earn, of course, with the help of other kill streaks, that would literally end the game and win the game for you. You could be playing Domination, be down 199 to 0, and still win the game if you had a Tactical Nuke and you called it in. That's how powerful this kill streak actually is. And so because of that reason, it had to be featured here on this list. It came in here at number 4, and the reason why it was not number 1 was because of how hard it is to actually earn, right? The Tactical Nuke is iconic, just like the Moab, just like the Chem Strike, just like the DNA Bomb, but they're hard to get. Right? I think the Nuke is the easiest to get of the 4, but they're still hard to get. You don't see them super frequently, and it's not something you can get every single game, so it's not something that plays a giant role in every single match of Modern Warfare 2, but it's definitely one of the most iconic kill streaks in Call of Duty's history. It ends the game, it wins you the game, it's incredibly powerful, incredibly iconic, and guys, there is nothing better, at least in my opinion, than the sound of a Tactical Nuke coming in.
Your Tactical Nuke is ready for launch.
Tactical Nuke inbound.
The SR-71 Blackbird from the original Black Ops. Ladies and gentlemen, did you really think I would make this video without at least mentioning the Blackbird? Now, of course, there are some clones that we've seen in Call of Duty's history, like, for example, the Orbital VSAT, but I decided to feature the Black Ops 1 version on this list over the other ones because of simply how powerful it was in the original Black Ops. Keep in mind, Black Ops 1 was the first Call of Duty game to feature neither stopping power or Juggernaut since perks were actually implemented to the series. We got rid of Juggernaut after World at War, but it was actually after Modern Warfare 2 that we got rid of stopping power. So without these two powerful perks, fans went to the third most powerful perk in the previous Call of Duty games, which of course was UAV Jammer, or Ghost as it was called in the original Black Ops. Ghost was a pretty big deal. Everybody seemed to run it. That's where the Blackbird came in. You call in your Blackbird, suddenly nobody can hide from you, and their first perk is now suddenly useless because you have a Blackbird up in the sky. I can remember back in the original Black Ops' heyday, back when it was in its prime, I would play with a full party of Team SB. That's when Team SB was at its prime, and we were just, oh my goodness, Blackbirds were the backbone of every single one of our matches. Basically, one of us would go on a kill streak early on in the game, we would get a Blackbird, and then suddenly we had rolling Blackbirds until the end of that match. It was so much fun, so incredibly powerful, and the only reason why it slipped down here to number 3 is because I feel as though, same with the UAV, it would have been pretty anticlimactic if at the end of the video it was just like this passive thing that you put up and it shows people on your mini map, right? The top 2 kill streaks in this video are going to be kill streaks that actually get you kills, and so that's why, ladies and gentlemen, Blackbird came in here at number 3, although I definitely feel as though the Blackbird and all of its equivalents, there's definitely an argument to be made for this being the most powerful kill streak in Call of Duty's history. The Chopper Gunner from the original Black Ops. This kill streak, ladies and gentlemen, this was actually pretty hard because there's lots of Chopper Gunners in Call of Duty's long history, and it was pretty difficult to choose which one of them I liked the most. But I feel as though, of all of the controllable Chopper Gunners and gunships in Call of Duty's long history, the original Black Ops 1 Chopper Gunner is the best one. And the reason why is you're hanging out of the sides of a freaking Huey with a giant machine gun raining down death and destruction. It's so freaking awesome. Every time you call in this thing, you're inside the helicopter, you rip open the door, you put down your machine gun, and you start raining down death on the other team. Now, it's not to say the Modern Warfare 2 Chopper Gunner was bad. It was actually very good. It's not to say the Chopper Gunners in the other Call of Duty games were bad. They were also incredibly good. It's just, for me personally, of all of them, I had the most fun and the most use of the Black Ops 1 Chopper Gunner. It was so good the way it circled around the map, how many kills it would actually give you, the very, very forgiving hitbox. Basically, it seemed like you had splash damage with this thing pretty much. Like, you didn't even need to directly impact them or anything like that. It was so good for getting kills. And to this day, on the original Black Ops, you can look at my combat record. I've called in over 900 of these things, and in total, I have over 8,300 kills with the Chopper Gunner alone. That means every time I call in one of these things, on average, I'm getting 9 or more kills. It's incredibly powerful, so much fun to use, so iconic for the game. The idea of being in a Huey in the Vietnam War is so freaking cool. And for all these reasons, that's why I came here at number 2, and it would have been number 1 if this other kill streak had never existed. The AC-130 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Longtime fans of my channel will know this is my favorite kill streak in Call of Duty history, and you knew this was actually going to be number 1 as soon as you clicked on the video, if you've been watching my channel for a very long time. The AC-130 is incredibly iconic and incredibly powerful. Essentially what they did, and try and put yourself in the shoes of somebody that played a lot of Call of Duty 4 going into Modern Warfare 2 for the first time, they took the gunship from the iconic Call of Duty 4 campaign mission and made it a playable and earnable kill streak in Modern Warfare 2. How freaking awesome is that, right? They even actually reference this with the Prestige Challenge, which is called Spectre, which will give you a spinning Call of Duty 4 10th Prestige icon for earning 1,000 kills within your AC-130 in the multiplayer. This thing was devastatingly powerful. It was incredibly loud. It was one of those kill streaks where as soon as you call it in, everybody on the other team is hiding from you, and usually to no avail, right? Some maps, it was bad. I will say, the AC-130 compared to like the Chopper Gunner in Modern Warfare 2. There were a lot more maps where the Chopper Gunner was viable, but the maps where the AC-130 was viable, it was the most fun, powerful kill streak in the entire history of the series, in my opinion. Like, if you get an AC-130 on Wasteland, freaking amazing. If you get an AC-130 on Afghan, especially in ground war domination, where the other team is trapped on top of the hill by the C flag, so freaking powerful. I was devastated when they brought the AC-130 back in Modern Warfare 3 because they had nerfed it in Modern Warfare 3 by essentially making it so it doesn't bypass spawn protection. One of the reasons why the kill streaks in Modern Warfare 2 were so powerful was you could essentially spawn kill people if you knew where they were going to spawn, if you were actually quick enough. You couldn't do that in Modern Warfare 3, and when that happened, you saw just how weak the AC-130 was. If people have 5 seconds of immunity to kill streaks, they could get away from you, and the kill streak was essentially useless. But in Modern Warfare 2, where they did not have spawn protection, this thing was incredibly powerful, so much fun to use, and to this day, still my favorite kill streak in the entire long history of the Call of Duty franchise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. My top 10 favorite kill streaks in COD history. Let me know down there in the comments, where did I mess up here? Because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. This, of course, is completely subjective. It's all just what I personally think. So I'd love to hear down there in the comment section below, what kill streaks would you have featured on this list that weren't already featured? Some of the honorable mentions I have written down right here are actually going to be the counter UAV, the Hellstorm missile, the Lightning Strike, the Guard Dog from Call of Duty Ghosts. That thing was freaking cool. The Power Core, the Reaper, the Cerberus, Attack Dogs. Like, there's lots of kill streaks in COD's history. So let me know down there in the comments, what kill streak is your personal favorite? I would love to hear about that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys would like to see more top 10s like this, check out the links down there in the video description. We have other ones like top 10 maps, top 10 guns, top 10 worst perks, top 10 worst maps, so on and so forth. Feel free to give those videos a look. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.